I'm Serge Bakou. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Digital Transformation. As I am starting a new interim management assignment, I would like to talk about how to start a new mission. But first, let me introduce you to the previous version of me. Thank you, Serge. I am Serge. End of March, I ended up with an interim management assignment, and I would like to share some of my insights on how to end a mission the best way possible. The first item I would like to underline is that there might be an overlap between when the first mission ends and when the other begins. Exactly. Especially when it comes to interim management, your new client usually wants to find quick solutions to his problems, and therefore you might have to finish your old mission and start a new one at the same time. On that topic, I would advise discussing with both customers which days are dedicated to whom. When this is well established, things are becoming clearer. But still, it's quite a challenge to deal with two different interim management missions at the same time. Well said. To simplify the process, the interim manager must be replaced as soon as possible. I was lucky. With my customer, we found an existing team member who was able to take over quickly. Private message: "Hi Jean-Luca, you rock." Once this person is identified, the handover process can start immediately. Of course, this is easier if that someone already knows the company, the context, the stakes, etc. By definition, the handover is part of interim management. It consists of giving the keys to your substitute by introducing him to everyone, explaining how the job should be done, and by giving some informal info about how to deal with some difficult situations. Alongside this handover, I was doing my discovery phase, which started by meeting the new customer and doing a lot of interviews. When I start a new assignment, I usually do a discovery report, un rapport d'étonnement in French, which will help me to identify first quick wins and the overall plan. In those interviews, it is important to listen but also to ask a lot of questions, and quickly the reality is gradually being constructed under your eyes as the testimonies are overlapping. On the other hand, once the handover is well advanced, you need to start the shadow moment, which means when you step back and let the new leader take the helm. For people who know me, this is not an easy part, as I am quite talkative and have an opinion on many things, but I think I managed to intervene less and less over time. In the end, you only have to talk when something is crucial, and it usually helps the team a lot. Psychologically speaking, you also need to accept to let your baby in some other good hands, and accept that the new manager will have his style different than yours, which is okay. It is funny, as on the other side, you need to start to hold the helm and deliver first results as quickly as possible. I am suggesting to focus first on some quick wins. By that I mean, what can I change almost immediately and would produce an immediate impact, even if it is a little. It could be anything from how a meeting is organized to the way a backlog is managed, for example. When everything is in place, it is time to say goodbye, which in my case was quite special, as I was working for AXA for several years and I was considering myself as part of the family. I am not very good at goodbyes, and I was always told that an interim manager has not to wait any thank you, as he has just done his job by delivering great outcomes. But I must say that I received very warm messages from many people. Thank you so much for those nice words. With the COVID pandemic, the goodbyes were only virtual, and I will always miss the last drink I could have with my ING and AXA teammates. Like someone said, I'll be back when the sanitary situation allows me to, and we will be drinking some beers together. I hope for a very good future with the improvements we made together during the time I was acting as an interim manager. Whenever you are starting full-time your new assignment, you feel already part of a new family. You must stay humble, as you need to learn a lot about the new company and its culture. But I would like to say that I was warmly welcome for my new job. Thank you all. Let's deliver great results together. The old version of me can now fade out. I hope you learned something from this video, or at least it was entertaining. If it is the case, please do like this video. If it is not the case, I suggest you watch Terminator again, as I'll be back.
I'll be back.